Every time you book a flight, there's a very real chance you're overpaying, sometimes by hundreds of dollars. And the worst part is you probably triggered the higher price yourself without realizing it. Before we start, hit subscribe, like, and share this video because what you're about to learn could save you more money than anything else you watch this month. After analyzing thousands of flight prices and studying how airlines actually set fares, I can tell you this: cheap flights are not about luck. They're about knowing the system better than the system expects you to. Today, I'm exposing 7 booking tactics that frequent travelers quietly use while everyone else keeps paying inflated prices. Think about the last flight you booked. Did you search once, pick something that looked reasonable, and check out quickly? If so, you probably left money on the table, not because you made a mistake, but because the system is designed that way. Let's start with something most travelers never even hear about: the browser tracking effect. When you repeatedly search the same route, booking sites store data in your browser that signals strong interest. Algorithms interpret that interest as urgency, and many travelers report seeing prices creep upward after multiple searches. Airlines deny that personal tracking affects pricing, but independent tests and user experiences suggest it can influence what you see. The easiest workaround is opening a private or incognito window before serious searching. It removes stored browsing data and gives you a cleaner view of available fares. Now here's where things get interesting. Airline pricing follows patterns most people never notice. Historically, fare adjustments often appear midweek, especially Tuesday and Wednesday, after business travel demand settles. By the weekend, leisure travelers flood the system and prices tend to rise again. This doesn't guarantee the cheapest ticket every time, but using flexible date tools that show price calendars lets you spot low fare pockets instantly instead of guessing. But the next strategy is where savings can jump dramatically. Positioning flights. Instead of departing from your home airport, you first fly to a cheaper hub and start your long-haul journey from there. On international routes especially, this can reduce total cost by hundreds of dollars, even after paying for the extra segment. It sounds inconvenient, but experienced travelers treat airports like interchangeable launch points. The difference between leaving from City A versus City B can be massive because airlines price routes based on competition, not distance. And now we get into controversial territory: hidden city ticketing. This is when you book a flight with a layover in your actual destination, but exit during the layover instead of continuing to the final stop. It can be cheaper because airlines sometimes price connecting routes lower than non-stop ones due to market competition. However, airlines officially discourage this practice. Checked luggage won't work because bags go to the final destination, and frequent use could cause issues with loyalty accounts. Think of it as an occasional tactical option, not an everyday strategy. Speaking of loyalty programs, this next point surprises almost everyone. Frequent flyer systems don't always reward you for being loyal. They reward airlines for keeping you from comparing prices. Many travelers accumulate miles for years, only to discover limited availability, blackout dates, or high fees when redeeming them. The smartest approach is treating miles as one tool, not your default booking method. Always compare the cash price on competing airlines before redeeming points. Sometimes paying cash saves more value than using miles. Now, here's a strategy that feels almost unfair once you know it: the 24-hour booking rule. In the United States and several other regions, airlines must allow either a free 24-hour hold or cancellation window for bookings made in advance. That means you can secure a decent fare immediately, then continue searching aggressively. Set multiple fare alerts, check competing sites, and if a better deal appears within that window, cancel and rebook without penalty. It's essentially risk-free price insurance. At this point, you might be realizing something important. These tactics alone can save money, but serious travel hackers combine dozens of strategies simultaneously to produce consistent results. That's how some people reliably find fares that seem impossible to everyone else. And finally, one of the biggest misconceptions in flight booking: third-party platforms versus airline websites. Aggregators are fantastic for discovering options and comparing routes quickly. But once you identify the best flight, it's often worth checking directly with the airline. Prices can match or improve, and booking direct gives you far better support during cancellations, delays, or schedule changes. Think of aggregators as research tools and airline sites as the execution point. When you zoom out, a pattern becomes obvious. Flight pricing isn't fixed. It's dynamic, behavior-driven, and influenced by timing, demand, route competition, and booking method. Travelers who consistently pay less aren't lucky. They're strategic. Small adjustments in how you search, when you book, and where you depart from can easily save $50 to several $100s per trip. Over a year, that adds up to real money staying in your pocket. If you want the complete system I use to consistently find the cheapest flights worldwide, including mistake fares, hidden deals, and alerts before prices spike, I've put everything into a step-by-step guide linked below. Most people save a little with random tips. People who use a full strategy often save hundreds per trip. If this video changed how you think about booking flights, hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone who's planning a trip soon. And tell me in the comments which tactics surprised you the most. I read them all, and they help shape future videos. Safe travels, and I'll see you in the next one.